This video has the strobing effect and may cause seizures. No, for real though. That might bother some people, so be careful. All right, let's go. Let's get the heck out of here. It's time for us to get on our way. Let's get on our way. Go repost some cars. Or attempt to. I don't know. All right, we've reached the first fork in the road here. You got to either go south and circle back around north, or start north and circle back around south, and we're starting south. So let's head on down, and we're gonna start hitting some of these addresses. You know, every day I'm trying to kind of string the addresses together in a fuel efficient way, but sometimes, like today, there's just not a really fuel efficient way to do it. We're just gonna be driving a lot, so I'm leaving a little bit earlier, and then I'm headed out here to some of the more country areas where I think usually if you're on anyone's property out in the country, it's a little bit dangerous. Well, I'll just be honest, because they're not used to having people out on their property, but people hold a little bit more of like a regular schedule usually out in the country, whereas in the cities people tend to be up later. I've been to some apartment complexes in downtown Nashville where it feels like Grand Central Station at midnight. So try to get in there a little bit later, just to avoid the potential for any danger. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I've also, you know, had to run those addresses, you know, in at 8 o'clock in the evening time, and sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. So anyway, but when we have a choice, I think this is the way I want to go, and I think this is the safest route for me tonight. So you know, as a repo man, that's kind of every day. There's considerations I'm taking, just, you know, for my own safety. So that's kind of the name of the game, is try and get the most number of vehicles I can get while staying as safe as possible. And yeah, that's the long and short of it right there. But I'll catch up with you guys down the road. Once again, just a reminder, I'm not going to show any of the actual repos. There's plenty of guys who are willing to put that content out there. If you want to search for it on TikTok or any of the other social medias, it seems like there's guys out there that are willing to, you know, edit the videos, edit license plates out of there, and do all that kind of stuff. And it's compelling entertainment. I don't blame you for wanting to watch that, but as a reminder, I'm trying to build a business, not a YouTube channel. So I'm just sharing with you guys as I drive in between all of the assignments I have. I will not be showing any of the actual repossessions. So you know, that's just kind of my decision, because the banks really are my number one, you know, client, and they can make or break my business. And if they don't like me, you know, sharing any the information of any of their clients, any of their customers, you know, I can get blacklisted out of this whole industry. So I care more about building the business than, you know, entertaining you guys. I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, I'll be funny, and I'll be you know, as entertaining as I can be. You know what I mean? You know, but I can't show you guys the you know, the actual thing. So I know that's why some people tune in to some of these guys that do repos and stuff, and that's just not my channel. I just sit here and talk. I used to be a truck driver. This is all I did, was sit here and talk to the camera, and then people would, you know, watch my videos. I don't know why. You guys are weirdos. That's all I gotta say. Y'all are some weirdos. But this is all we're gonna do, is just drive and talk and drive, and I'll tell you guys some of the stories and stuff. Maybe that's what we'll do next. As the night progresses, I'll tell you guys kind of the stories I've had to this point that were a little bit interesting, a little bit exciting. but there will not be any footage of those. It'll just be story time. So yeah, just stay tuned if that sounds entertaining. If you think that sounds really boring, you're not wrong, and you know, you can move on through life. I don't blame you one bit. Do not blame you. But anyway, we'll get on down the road, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, and we'll tell you guys some stories. Yep, still gotta pay the man. Still gotta pay the fuel man every day. Fuel's a little better than it was, and I'm pretty sure Shell's probably one of the more expensive places, but I had this is the weird part of my route, was coming south first. There's not a lot of places to get fuel. So all right, we just made a little pit stop over here at the gas station. Got to use the facilities, if you know what I mean. All right, but yeah, we're 0 for 4. 0 for 4. We hit 4 addresses, and 2 of them were locked gates, long driveways with locked gates. Shine my light in there, couldn't quite see. They were no-goes. And then the other ones were old addresses I've already run, but since I'm all the way down here, I don't get down here very often. I do like a 50-mile radius. At least that's what I originally had. And then some of my clients, I shrunk it to 30 miles because, man, coming all the way out here is it's a long drive. And when I get a vehicle, then I got to drag it all the way back to Nashville, and it's not worth the time and energy. And I get less vehicles when I make this run down here because, you know, there's more driving and less addresses to check. Obviously, in like the concentrated population centers, you get more addresses. Therefore, you can run in the same amount of time. You can run 20 addresses as it would take me to run, like, you know, 8 or 9 or 10 out here. So we're working our way back towards Nashville, and we will hit some addresses that we need to hit up there. But for now, I just saw an email. So I'm going to hop on my phone and accept an order that came in just right now at night. So we'll run that one tonight, as well as a bunch of other ones that came in either after I left on Friday night, came in on Saturday, or ones that came in today. So we've got a few to run, and we just got to chip away at it and keep trucking on down the road, and that's what we're going to do. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit and let you guys know if we find any vehicles, because right now we're getting skunked. But it's only 0 for 4. It's only 9:30 at night. It's early. It's just the way that I had to run it this time. So we're going to slowly work our way back to Nashville, and we should, by the time we get up there, it should be like prime repoing time. Prime repoing time. We got a couple stops on the way there too, so we'll see. All right, well, we're about 0 for 6 now, something like that. 0 for 7. One of the addresses we had was no, we're more than that. Shoot, what are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 0 for 9, so it's starting to smell kind of skunky around here. I think we might get skunked tonight. Wouldn't be the first time I've gotten skunked, which really stinks because you burn a bunch of fuel, and so to not get any revenue is kind of terrible. But then there's nights where, you know, you got them on GPS and you drive straight to them and you pick them up and you end up with 3 or 4 in a night. And so, you know, it definitely can't do this too many nights in a month though, and still make a profit. So we're not done yet though. We got a few more to hit, and so we'll keep on heading towards those. But interesting story of the night. One of the addresses I got was the post office. So it wasn't an apartment number like they thought it was. It was a P.O. box number that he put on there. So obviously that's not where he lives, not where the car is. So we'll have to, I sent that update back to them. They'll have to do some more background checking on him and see if they can find out a good address for him. And then let's see, what was that other story? Oh, so I went to one address, and right next door, I'm rolling up and I'm looking really closely at this address because it's dark, and I'm trying to look kind of behind the house because the driveway kind of wraps behind the house. And there's this house close to the street next door, and there's a guy standing in the driveway, and he kind of raises his hand at me as I'm driving up. And so I'm like, is this guy gonna, like, you know, is he pointing me to where the car is, or is he? I can't tell. So I roll my window down and I'm like, hey, how's it going, man? What's up? He's like, oh, what's up with you? And I was like, well, I'm just out here working, man. What? Were you waving at me, or were you trying to call me over? Do you need something? What's up? And he was like, oh man, everybody knows me, man. And I was like, all right, cool. He's like, oh, but my knee's busted. You can give me a ride, can't you? And I was like, man, you know, at this point, I haven't even made it to the address I'm going to. I can see it. Like, I'm literally like either one house or two houses away from the house that I want to check. And I'm like, man, I'm right in the middle of working. And he's like, man, let me just go in and get my bag real quick. And I said, man, like I said, I can't give you a ride. I'm not a taxi, man. I'm a tow truck. I can't give you a ride. And you know, I may have considered it under different circumstances, but number one, I was right there looking for that house and looking for that vehicle. And number two, he smelled so badly of booze and he could barely form a sentence. You know, he was really, really drunk. So I just kind of said no thanks. Don't want to give him a ride tonight, and end up down whatever rabbit hole he was going to lead me down. Didn't seem like a wise move, so I decided not to. And so hey, sometimes I give people rides, sometimes I don't, I guess, huh? I guess I'm not that nice guy all the time. Sometimes you gotta keep yourself focused, and you gotta make that judgment call. When a guy's reeking of booze and not really communicating very clearly, I mean, who knows where he would have taken me? Who knows where he would have wanted to go? Who knows if he could have even navigated me there? I mean, you just don't know when someone's that far gone. So anyway, all right, we're gonna keep on getting down the road. We're headed over to Mount Juliet. So we already wrapped up to Nashville, and now we're headed out east of Nashville. And I have some stuff a little further north, but I have more stuff out here to hit. So I'm gonna hit these ones out here, and we'll see if we can find something to pick up. And yeah, gosh, really hope we find something. Otherwise, it's been a waste of a night, and I missed my Bengals game for nothing if I don't get something here. So we're hoping, man, hoping, wishing, and hoping, and praying, and all right, yeah, catch up with you guys in a little bit. Man, all right, well, I just rolled onto this street, and I was in the neighborhood, and you know, all these houses are so close together, you can spot the vehicle before you can spot the numbers on the house. So I kind of get down to the block where it is, and then I'm just looking at cars all the way down, lined up in the driveways, and I see the car I'm looking for. Same make, model, same color. So I roll up on it, and it's 3 doors down, 4 doors down from the address I actually have. So I'm like, this probably isn't it. But I was like, when I turned that corner, when I saw that vehicle, I got so excited. I got everything ready, lowered the boom down, I'm ready to go. And nope, checked the VIN, it wasn't it. So the next address is 4 minutes down the road. So we're just gonna run that one real quick, and then we'll keep on trucking. Let's go. Hopefully we can get this one. We're getting close to being skunked. Getting close to being skunked. Ah! Well, it's official, folks. It is official. Tonight was a skunk night. It started smelling like skunk about halfway through the night, and I was like, maybe someone back there is just smoking weed. You know? You ever get that? Like maybe it's skunk, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just some stanky weed. That's kind of how I was thinking about halfway through the night. And I was like, well, Let's see if we're gonna get skunked tonight or not. I don't know. I'm getting tired trying to make silly, funny jokes, but not really that funny. The fact is that I got skunked, and a little bit of a bummer, but I'm gonna go home and I just gave the little twinkle twinkle over there with the lights to another repo man over there. Little code of the road, you know. But anyway, go home and get some sleep, and I've got one tomorrow that I'm gonna have to drive quite a ways to go pick up. And sounds like it's gonna be a challenge to get it loaded up and stuff, because I talked to the person that I'm going to be picking it up from, and they said it's got a flat tire and it's going to be an adventure. So I need to get my rest, and it's quite a ways away, so I'm going to have to wake up early to drive down there. So yeah, so tomorrow will be a better day, because we already got one that's like on the schedule that should be able to just be you know, a sure thing. So yeah, tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better, I promise. No guarantees. All right, well, that's it for tonight. We're gonna wrap this up, and just pulled into the house. So thank you guys for riding shotgun with me, giving me someone to talk to while I drive throughout the whole night. I actually talked to my brother too. He's still out truck driving. He's still out there in California running hazmat, just like he has been for the last like 18, 19 years, something like that. So I talked to him for a long time, and yeah, but appreciate you guys for sticking with me, even through a career change, a business change, getting out of big rig trucking and getting into this this repo business. Tomorrow will be a better day, and yeah, this kind of stuff happens in this. It happens sometimes. It used to happen more often. We're getting less and less and less skunk nights as we get more and more and more assignments. It's just a numbers game, and some of the assignments are bad, and I got to do my own skip tracing and try and find some better addresses for people and stuff like that. But I just can't put that much time into doing that for every single account I get, because each assignment, each account is just, if I spend hours and hours and hours trying to get one vehicle, it's just never going to pay off. It works better for me just to do the let them do their job, which they're supposed to provide the addresses and do the skip tracing. I'm supposed to just be the tow truck driver, just run the addresses. So, but I do got to wake up in the morning and get going. So I'm going to wrap this up and go to bed. Next time out, I got to leave the house a little earlier so that I can knock on some of those doors and get rid of some of those addresses and find out, you know, if they still live there, if they don't live there, and what's going on with all those addresses. So we'll do some of that. Probably not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, but probably not, because I'm going to be running all morning, all day. And so I don't know what the evening time is going to look like yet. We'll see what comes in too, what new orders come in, and yeah. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. We'll do some daytime filming, because I'm going to be out here running around during the day. So I'll catch up with you guys then. All right. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next one. Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye.